grounding all vessels of Allison Shipping Lines and filing administrative or legal cases.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
52 ang namatay. Tapos admin lang, parang slap. Reckless imprudence resulting to multiple homicide, yun dapat ang ikakaso sa kanila bukod sa admin case. Mukhang hindi mo ata alam ginagawa nyo dyan sa DOTR.
And then I went there, January.
Ma'am, tama ng papogi ah. Sumampa ako sa 3 barko at lahat ng 3 barko tad ng violations. Nasaan kayo? Edad.
Admittedly, sir, wala pa pong retirement policy.
So kahit 100 years, hindi nyo pag-retire pa rin? Retirement of old vessels, still hull ships, 30 years. Ano nakalagay dito? Hindi mo alam to, administrator ka. I would like to call the attention of the officials from DOTR. Okay. ASEC Manuel Cabochan III. Ano na po yung pinaka-latest ginawa niyo pong investigation dito sa Tricia Christine tragedy?
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Unang-una po, nakikiramay po kami sa mga naging biktima ng trahedya. Nalulungkot po kami at nababahala na may ganitong maritime tragedies na nangyayari. And ang marching order po sa amin is to find out the people accountable po dun sa trahedya. And ang ginawa po, immediately after po ng trahedya, we have instructed the Marina to ground all Allison Shipping Line vessels at nagbigay din po ng instruction sa Philippine Coast Guard and sa Marina to conduct full-blown investigation of the incident. Kahapon po, 15 days after the incident, we have issued a partial report. Partial report, Mr. Chair, because the vessel is still submerged, which is subject for further investigation. We still have to look at the pieces of evidences po na nasa barko. So, yung salvage operations po natin to retrieve the vessel, maghihintay pa po ng korte because we are still in the rescue operations phase looking for survivors and sad to say, Mr. Chair, Your Honors, cadavers. If I may, Mr. Chair, I will just share the initial findings and a more detailed account may be presented by the Philippine Coast Guard and Marina who have conducted their investigation as instructed by the Secretary. Initial findings, 1, the vessel exceeded its passenger capacity. Its capacity, authorized capacity po is 352 plus 24 to 27 crew members allowed. As of yesterday po, the numbers were, there were 293 survivors, 52 cadavers recovered, and 24 are missing. Meron hong inconsistency sa passenger manifest dahil sa survivors, sa number ho ng survivors and cadavers recovered, meron po sa kanilang wala dun sa passenger manifest. So, the finding is nag-exceed po sila sa passenger capacity. Second po, cargo overloading. Yung rolling cargos po did not pass through the weighing scales. So, cargo overloading may have caused lashing problems po. So, naputol ho yung lashes, we believe, causing possible shifting po ng rolling cargos. Kaya ho yung stability ng vessel nagka-problema. And then, pangatlo po, is yung safety violations noted during pre-departure. There were safety deficiencies, but the vessel has safety certificate. So there was a question on why was the vessel issued a certificate, a seaworthiness certificate or safety certificate, we still have to look into that, Mr. Chair. And despite that, the vessel was allowed to sail. So, despite the safety violation, sir, Your Honors, Mr. Chair, ang question is, bakit naglayag pa rin? So, on that part, we find merong neglect po of duty. So, we find accountability po dun sa shipping lines and
Okay, may I interrupt?
yes.
Just a few seconds, Asik Kabuchan. You failed to mention na yung MB Tricia Christine 3 ay 31 years old na. Dapat, pag mga steel hull tulad niyan, ay after 30 years, ni-retire na yon. So, sumobra na 1 taon. Isa pa yon. Ilagay niyo sa findings niyo. Okay, and then continue, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair, noted on that po. And to continue po, sa accountability, the department will give sanctions po. 1, grounding all vessels of Allison Shipping Lines and filing administrative or legal cases to Allison Shipping Lines and the crew.
I'm gonna
Yes, sir.
interrupt you again. Administrative lang, walang criminal? Hindi pwede, hindi ako papayag. But administrative lang.
We understand, Mr. Chair. And ang sabi ko nga po kanina, the report is, the investigation report po is still partial. Subject po dun sa retrieval pa po ng vessel. So we can...
I understand, Asik. I understand. I know what you're saying. I
Yes, sir.
can follow you.
Apo.
Pero my point is, binanggit mo na mismo kanina na marami silang lapses, marami silang pagkukulang. Kaya nga magpapile kayo ng kaso left and right kung kani-kanino. Pero bakit walang criminal case against dito sa may-ari ng barko? Bakit administrative lang? It's just a slap on the wrist? Heck no. Hindi pwede.
Yes, sir.
Baka meron
Yes.
tayong pinagtatakpan dito.
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Ang-
File a criminal case against Allison. The owners, especially. Kasi
Yeah.
yung mga may-ari may kapabayaan dito.
yes,
Alam
Mr.
nila na bulok yung barko nila and yet pinalarga pa rin nila. Pinapalaot pa rin nila. Alam nila na dapat mag-retire na yung barko nila dahil 31 years old na. And yet pinalaot pa rin nila. 30 lang. Alam mo naman yan, di ba? Dapat 30 lang. After 30 years, yung barko, yung steel hull, dapat pinag-retire. Which they did not. Criminal case dapat.
Opo, Your Honor.
Go.
And we will follow the evidences, sir. And
Yes,
We will file, yes.
follow the pieces of evidence. But after the investigation, it is very clear na meron talagang criminal liability itong Allison. And mind you, since 2019, tagtad ng disgrasya itong mga barko ng Allison Shipping. 42 incidents, maritime incidents na involve itong Allison. 42. Ilan? 32, excuse me, 32 since 2019. So talagang very clear na pabaya ito sila. Time and time again, pinapayagan nilang mag-sail yung kanilang mga barko knowing na hindi dapat sapagkat they're not seaworthy. At tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang kapabayaan kaya tuloy-tuloy yung disgrasya. Therefore, may criminal liability. Ayoko ng admin lang. Go ahead, sir.
yes, Your Honor, we will file the necessary cases, Your
And-
Honor,
Including criminal case.
including criminal cases.
Very good. Good boy. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Go
you,
ahead,
sir.
proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. 2, for neglect of duty, administrative cases to be filed against the Marina Zamboanga Regional Director, Engineer Sibal, and 7 others. They are now on preventive suspension, Mr. Chair. And 3, administrative cases to be filed against 9 PCG personnel, including the station commander for command responsibility and the 5 members of the boarding team. They are now in Preventive suspension.
Sir, let me interrupt you again for the second time. Bakit admin case lang ipapile nyo dito sa mga pabayang taga Philippine Coast Guard at mga taga Marina? Reckless imprudence resulting to multiple homicide, yun dapat ang ikakaso sa kanila bukod sa admin case. I want criminal cases filed against these personnel. Come on, sir. Mukhang hindi mo ata alam ginagawa nyo dyan sa DOTR. Sir,
Yes, sir.
52 ang namatay. And then 24 ang missing and we don't know kung itong missing ba ay buhay pa o patay na. Sir naman, tapos admin lang parang slap doon lang sa wrist ng mga nagkasala, naging pabaya. Reckless imprudence resulting to multiple homicide. Yan po dapat ang ikaso sa kanila.
Opo, Your Honor.
Huwag yung admin. Kasi yung admin, sisibakin mo lang yan. O baka suspendin mo lang and then lilipat lang sa ibang istasyon. Gagawa naman ulit ng kabalastugan, katamaran. Okay, sir?
Opo, Your Honor.
Criminal case.
Criminal case, sir. Yes, sir. The
Now we're talking.
initial lang po ang ating administrative
Kaya nga
case
pag
and going
nag-report ka
to-
kasi sa publiko, maging transparent ka at ipakita mo na seryoso itong ginagawa niyong pag-iimbestiga at seryoso kayo na meron talagang dapat panagutin. Yun yung point ko. Kasi sabi mo admin, tumindig yung balahibo ko, yung buhok ko eh. Diba? Parang meron kayong ginagawang cover up dito. Sige, continue po, sir.
That would be all, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so the Marina or PCG would like to make a presentation. Let's start with the Marina.
Good
Marika.
morning, Mr. Chair and members of the committee. Unang-una po, nakikiramay kami sa mga pamilya ng biktima ng ating unfortunate tragedy. So, allow us to briefly present lang po what we have done after the incident. And later, if we may be allowed also to briefly show lang the initial findings from the investigation. So immediately, next please, after the incident, what happened to the slides? We suspended, of course, the CPC of all ships of Allison Shipping. Actually, they have a total of 30.
Ilan po?
A total of 38. However, the operational vessels are 24. All others are in dry dock or under repair. So the suspension covers even the cargo vessel, so passenger and cargo po. And then we also sent immediately safety investigation team to determine the cause of the accident. We also sent a team for the what we call,
Can I interrupt, ma'am?
yes.
You did not mention kung ilang araw ba yan, ilang linggo, ilang buwan, ilang taon suspendido yung...
Wala po kaming nilagay na period because it will depend on the result of all the investigation, inspection, and audit.
Good.
As of now po, they are still not operating.
Baka naman next month, pag may nabalita ako next month, may nag-ooperate ng shipping line ng barko ng Allison, tatamaan po kayo sa amin.
Findings po indicate that it's not possible to lift the suspension immediately. And depending on the final result of all the investigations.
Go ahead po, proceed, ma'am.
So we have also the safety compliance inspection, meaning while they are grounded, a thorough inspection of the ships, the entire fleet of the Allison. We also issue the 90-day preventive suspension of the Seaman's Book to ship officers and crew of MV Tricia Christian 3. Next, please. We also relieve the regional director, relieved from duty, the regional director of Region 9, including all 7 technical personnel who conduct surveys, audit, and inspection.
What did you do with the 7 personnel?
Initially po, relieved from duty, but now after the initial report,
And who are these personnel? What are their title or position?
the regional director who signs certificates and documents, and all 7 technical personnel, meaning they conduct survey of ships, inspection of ships, and safety audits.
Bakit relieve lang?
Initial,
Ba't hindi si Bak?
initial pa lang, sir. And then after the investigation, as announced by the secretary, meron na pong preventive suspension, and then the case will proceed for administrative process.
Administrative and criminal case. Tama.
Should there be evidence, then Marina may recommend the criminal side
Are you
po
done
of the case.
Okay, meron pa kayo sabihin?
Well, continuing po ang aming inspection of the ships, and after that,
Of the ships?
not only Allison po.
Allison.
I also issued a directive prioritizing all those operating in the region 9, and then I went there January.
Ma'am, tama ng papugi ah. Pumunta ako ng Batangas port the other day. Sumampa ako sa 3 barko at lahat ng 3 barko nagtadtad ng violations. Nasaan kayo? Halimbawa, yung Montenegro. 50 years, isang barko ng Montenegro, 52 years old na. At pinapayagan niyo pa rin maglayag. Namumonitor niyo ba yung age ng mga vessels?
Meron pong
O
record.
bakit itong sa Montenegro na pinuntahan ko at 52 years na ang edad?
Admittedly, sir, wala pa pong retirement policy si
Wala.
Marina. So we have
Holy Jesus, so kahit 100 years hindi niyo pag-retire pa rin?
inaaral pa po namin ngayon. Pero
Pinaaral pa rin?
we
Alam mo kung gaano ka-stupido, sorry for the word, napaka-stupido nyo dyan sa Marina. Example ko na lang, gigil na ako sa inyo eh. Yung sa insurance. Sa inyo, policy nyo is 200,000 pag minamatay sa barko, nalunod. Sa LTFRB, 400,000. Pag minadisgrasya sa lupa, na aksidente, 400,000 agad. Sa inyo, 200,000 lang. Tapos meron pa kayong tinatawag na no-fault policy. Na ibig sabihin, pag walang negligence, sa pag-imbestiga nyo, walang negligence yung pagkalubog ng barko, walang babayaran ng insurance. Paano kung halimbawa yung barko ay nalunod dahil napakalakas ng alon at walang kasalanan yung kapitan at mga crew? So sorry na lang dun kung namatay yung mga pasahero. Policy niya yan, napaka-stupid yung policy. You have to change that. Yung no-fault policy.
Mr. Chair, if I may. I am not aware of the no-fault policy, but the insurance requirement is and in time of any accident that there would be casualty, all manifested passenger will be covered by the insurance.
But you have a policy na no-fault policy. But you have that what we call no-fault policy.
I don't recall, I'm not aware po of the no-fault policy. Baka po nagkaroon lang ng confusion kasi ang sinasabi po yung sa safety investigation, we don't look for fault. But the the safety investigation under the Marine Casualty Code is
Ma'am,
safety.
IRR of RA 9295. Ito, di mo pala alam to. Ano bang posisyon niyo po sa Marina?
Ay administrator po.
Administrator. Okay. Ito ay yung sa IRR to ng RA 9295. Retirement of all vessels, still hull ships, 30 years. Ano nakalagay dito? Wooden hull ships, 20 years. Motor bangkas, 5 years. Hindi mo alam to, administrator ka.
Sir, ang na-implement po namin yung sa mga motor bangka for the retirement.
Bakit sa motor bangka lang? Bakit hindi ang pati sa malalaking barko?
If I may provide lang po, nakalagay po dito yung mga unclass, yung tinatawag po nating unclass ships. Sila po yung i-retire. Pero kung class po, meaning
Ma'am, maliwanag sa IRR ng Republic Act 9295 na pinagre-retire ang mga barko pag steel hull 30 years retired na dapat yan. Wooden hull 20 years retired na dapat yan. Motor bunkers 5 years retired na dapat yan. Hindi mo alam?
so,
At ano pang pasikot-sikot, ma'am?
di po, ang nakalagay po, classification shall be required for existing at kung hindi po nila ma-comply yung classification, then they will be retired. So yung pong ating classification of ships po, ito ay merong third party company na thorough survey of the hull and machinery and all of the ships. And then they will issue
But
the
doon po sa IRR, hindi po na-mention yung classification.
Sir, binabasa ko po yung 23.1. Classification shall be required. Otherwise, said ship shall be automatically delisted from the registry. So kapag hindi po na-comply yung classification requirement, they will be delisted. Yun po yung retirement.
So, dito sa Allison, so wala kayong ginagawang classification.
May classification
Third
po, sorry Mr. Chair. May classification po ito, kaya isa nga po dun sa i-charge din namin is the classification society. Kasi they issue a full term classification certificate of this particular ship.
And who are these people?
The Orient Register of Shipping.
Okay,
So it's a local classification.
okay.
So marami pong mga classification societies. Meron pong member of the International Association of Classification and meron din pong local classification. As of now po, we have, based on our record, 7 classification societies who undertake the classification of ships.
Why use third party pagdating sa classification? Bakit hindi na lang within the agency or government agency?
Yes, sir. Ang final pa rin po,
Kasi yung mga nagka-classify na third party, pwede naman lagyan yun eh. Di ba?
ito po
Ilan
ay...
sa Marina, hindi naman ikaw. Ilan sa mga taga-Marina nalalagyan eh. Di ba? So bakit third party?
Ito po ay nasa batas at ito po ay international practice, but the final responsibility or accountability lies with the Maritime
Sige,
Administration,
ma'am, para
which is
mapag-isip tayo.
Marina.
Sige.
So Marina
Tapos
po
na
ang
po kayo o
final.
meron pa kayong sasabihin?
Ang mga actions taken lang naman po ng Marina and other future actions to address some of these findings.
How many more minutes yung presentation?
Quickly na lang po siguro dun sa last page on the way forward. We have on paper we have a lot of policy rules and
Before anything else,
regulations.
I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Senator J.B. Ejercito. Thank you for coming, Senator. Go ahead po.
So yun nga po, when I visited Zamboanga and inspected vessels as well, the rules, regulation, policies are in place. I saw that the gap would be on the actual, the practice, the implementation of all those policies. That's why po immediately upon return to office, I issued the advisory highlighting the areas that should be really looked into. So kasama po dito yung na-mention nyo po sa Batangas na life vest, yung location. So ang nilagay po natin dito sa advisory, it should be within reach by passengers. And or kung hindi kayang ilagay ng ganon, it should be distributed upon embarkation. So sigurado po tayo na yung mga sasakay na pasahero meron ng life jacket.
So, ibig sabihin, ma'am, kung hindi nangyari itong tragedy sa Basilan at kung hindi po ako nag-inspect sa Batangas, yung mga barko na sinampahan ko, na kung saan sumampa ako, natatad ng violations, mapapabayaan lang yon, tuloy-tuloy lang.
Hindi naman po siguro.
Sabi mo, kaya after the incident, gumawa agad ka.
More on the practical. Kasi yun pong nakita ko doon, yung sa requirement ng Marina. For example lang, if I may.
Kaya nga, so tanong ko, yung sa MB, paano barko na?
Santa Alberto.
Ano pangalan ng barko?
Santa Alberta po ng Montenegro.
Montenegro, yes.
Opo. Ang ito po more on the practical kasi based on the policy.
Hindi niyo po ini-inspect yung life vest ng bawat barko? Kung
Mr.
ito ay expired na,
Mr. Chair, we inspect po annually.
well then bakit nakalusot itong sa itong sa Alberto, MB Alberto sabi nyo?
Yun po yung isang pinupoint out din namin na dahil annual po yung inspection ng Marina, that's why po dadagdagan namin yung frequency ng inspection kasi we cannot be confident.
Bakit annual? Ang tagal naman.
Yun po yung kasi lahat tinitingnan naman sa annual.
Oo, dapat hindi po annual kung akong tatanungin nyo.
So yun nga po isang
Kaya sabi ko napakatamad ng mga taga-marina hindi annual po. Nung sumampa ako dun sa barko, meron nga silang emergency exit pero hindi mabuksan-buksan.
we recognize
Meron nga silang mga life vest nakalagay dun sa cabinet, nakatali. Meron ng mga life vest doon sa ilalim ng mga kama, upuan, pero expired na. 12 years old na, dapat 10 years pa lang pinapalitan ng life vest. At marami mga life vest doon na pag tinali mo napipigtas, and mind you, baging yung mga crew, hindi marunong magtali ng life vest. So, hindi nyo ba chinecheck yung kung train ba itong mga crew pagdating sa mga emergency situation?
isa po yun sa masusing titingnan kasi yun nga po required namin yung mga of course may mga training sila pero yung actual yung drill required namin magkakandak sila ng regular drill. So ngayon po yung isang measure dapat i-supervise ni Marina yung conduct of drill kasi ang tinitingnan lang po namin papel nilagay nila na nagkandak sila ng drill on these dates. Now po sa aming bagong karagdagang para ma-enhance po natin yung masigurado, we will supervise the conduct of the emergency drill. Nakita rin po natin yan sa interview dito sa incident ng Tricia Kirsten 3 na during emergency scenario, hindi na po nag-respond ang dapat o na-perform ng mga ship officers and crew ang dapat na duties nila. So marami pong lumabas doon from interview.
Ma'am, I'll tell you what, kung akong tatanungin nyo, dapat every 3 months mag-inspect kayo. Huwag yung every year. In 1 year, tulad nito, yung lashing na dapat pang motorsiklo, tinatali nila sa truck. Of course, bibigayan. Of course, mapapatid yan. Una, saan kayo?
Sir, if I may, yes, I concur with you and personally gusto ko rin pong gawin. Baka lang po I can take this opportunity because si Marina po, we have only 1,000 personnel and we have almost 20,000 registered vessels. So, baka dun lang po matulungan din po kami ng Senate on how we could increase our personnel as well as our budget. So, ako po personally gusto ko rin pong gawin yan. Kaya po nung 2025, aside from...
Ma'am, huwag niyo pong gamitin yung kulang kayo sa tao kaya nagiging pabaya kayo o nagkakaroon ka ng lapses. Don't use that as a reason. Matagal na kayong kulang pala sa tao. Bakit hindi niyo nilalapit sa Senado, sa Kongreso para madagdagan kayo ng budget nang sa gayon magkaroon kayo ng additional personnel?
Meron naman po kaming request actually sa DBM as early as I think 2015, 2020.
Okay, you said 1,000 personnel. O ilan yung mga barko natin? 40,000?
Around 20,000 po.
Oh, edi 20 days kaya ng masapul ng mga 1,000 personnel niyo yung 40.
Sorry sir. For information lang po, we have also our seafarers that we issue documents. So technically po, ang aming talagang mga surveyors and inspectors is like more than 100 lang.
Again,
Yeah,
please, huwag niyo pong gamitin yung rason na kulang kayo sa tao kaya hindi kayo pwedeng sisihin sa mga nangyayaring aksidente na may kinalaman sa kapabayaan ninyo. Please don't use that, ma'am.
Hindi naman po doon. Yung para lang po madagdagan namin yung, kasi para hindi lang po annual, mas frequent pa po yung inspection.
Hindi niyo ba pwede ma-deputize ang PCG? Kung kulang kayo sa tao?
Yun po yung pinag-uusapan namin actually din sa aming forum. Hindi pa
So,
lang
ba't
po.
hindi niyo ginawa ito noon pa? kung kulang kayo sa tao.
Hindi pa lang po
Sinasabi mo.
namin na finalize yung usapan.
So hindi nyo pa na-finalize. Kailan nyo pa ma-finalize? You should have done this long time ago. Yan ang mahirap sa inyo sa marina eh. Kapag may aksidente, saka kayo kumikilos. Reactive kayo eh, hindi kayo proactive. Dapat, na-foresee nyo na agad, na-anticipate nyo na agad na may mangyaring aksidente, ito dapat ang gagawin natin na para hindi mangyari yun. So meron lang kayong pag-uusap sa PCG na para ma-deputize yung ilang PCG personnel tumulong sa paggagawa ng inspections?
Initial pa lang po.
Okay.
Well, although before po yung sa mga motor bangka, may mga napag-usapan na po kami sa motor bangka. Pero for the bigger ships, yun po yung I will consider.